Hello everyone and welcome to my 5-part series of React hooks. Today we're going to be going over custom hooks and I'm just going to jump right into it. So what custom hooks are used for are for repetitive code that you're only going to be using like once. For instance, API calls that you could have like multiple different calls with just one function. So I'll show you how that works now. So pretty much what I've got here is just two buttons here. They do nothing at the moment, and we're going to be returning whatever we have from that API call. So the way that we do this with custom hooks is we need to make a component type of function. So how we do this is in our components we're going to say use fetch, since this is what we're doing with fetching it and it has to start with a use. And we're going to name a file called the same thing, use fetch, but with a JavaScript, since this is what we're in. We can do SFC, a snippet for React shortcuts, and we're going to call it the exact same thing, so use fetch. Okie dokie. So what we're going to be doing is passing in a URL to this fetch request, and every time that URL is changed, it's going to be searching for that request. So we're going to need a use effect to do that. So use effect, and use effect takes in a fat arrow function, and inside of the dependencies we're going to be watching out for the URL. So URL, what the dependencies do is they watch for a certain change, and when that change happens it takes a function call, which is the fat arrow function, and calls it pretty much. So inside of here we're going to be searching for our API, so we're going to do an asynchronous function, and we're going to say get API. You could call that whatever you want at this point, doesn't really matter. And we're going to need to call our API, so we're going to have to say const equals, const response, if I can actually spell, equals await fetch, since this is what we're doing, we're fetching, and I'm going to pass in the URL. We don't want to hard code this, because if we hard code this we're only going to be able to get like one different API, whereas like we want multiple with this. So I've just put a normal fetch in there with the URL, and we're going to need to get the data back, so we're going to say const data is equal to await response dot JSON, and JSON's the thing that we're getting back, the JavaScript object notation. So we're breaking that down from the API call. So what we're going to need to do is see what we're getting back first. So we could say console dot log, and we're going to log our data. So every time this is called it's going to log our data, and I will save that for now. I will now import that use fetch file that we just had. So we're going to say use fetch. So now JavaScript knows that it's a hook, and we're going to destructure that use fetch with a array, and we're going to be returning the data. So we're going to say data here, but the way that we get this data back from the use fetch is from the return statement down here. So we're going to need to do, again, as I said, make an array. You could be an object if you really wanted it to be, but I like to do arrays because they're just more neat in my opinion, like you know exactly what's coming next. So we're going to need to return data here, and the way that we get our data is through another hook. So it's going to be a use state hook, use state. I'm going to set that to nothing initially. I'm going to say let data set data, and our response is going to do the set data. Let's put the equal there, nearly forgot it. So I'm going to say set data to the data. So when we call this function we're going to get a response with our data. We're going to set the data to our use state variable, which is going to be here, and that's going to be returning our data, which then goes to our initial app, and we can have it here. and we could have that data inside of this. So we could say data, and depending on what we're getting back, it could be anything, but today I'm just going to go for something simple like a name. So they both have names on there, but you can like change your code up to be able to get multiple different things. I'm just going to use the name since it's going to be simple, because I know on this both of these APIs there's both names in their objects. So yep, and the way that we're going to be able to do that is through changing the URL. So what we're going to need to do is pass in a URL into the useFetch, which is going to be this URL, and we're going to need another use state to be able to change that. So we're going to say use state, and we're going to initially set that to nothing, just a string. We're going to make a variable, destructure from the use state, and we're going to say this is the URL. So we're going to say set URL, since this is what we're setting the URL as, and we've got our URL here. Yep. So we're going to need to change that with a click of a button, pretty much. And on here we're going to do, let me just bring these down a line so it's easy to see. I'm going to make an onClick event. OnClick is set to that, and we're going to make an arrow function since we need to pass in parameters, and we're going to say set URL, and we're going to pass in our URL, since this is the URL that we're passing in. So I've already pre-written them out, save me time searching them up. I'm going to do that on the Pokemon one. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the Weather API one. So copy and paste. I'm going to change the URL. Copy and paste. You probably won't be able to see my API key because I've had to yeah, blur it out so you guys don't use it. But I should have changed it by the time you do anyway, just in case there is any mishaps. So I am going to save this and save this. Do I get any errors? No, but I am not getting anything back. So let me refresh that. Cool, why am I not getting anything back? So I have set the URL. Have I even console logged it? I have. So I have set the URL, got the URL here. Uses the useFetch, which has been imported. UseFetch has now been called. Let me console log, see if I am getting any errors. Console.log. Hello. So I am getting something back with that, and it's watching for the URL change. So I should be getting, oh, it's because I haven't called the API. I am very silly. So here I'm supposed to call the API. So get API, and now that should work. So I could do two different functions, and yeah, thanks for watching. As you can see, you get little things like that to see like where your code messes up, but that's part of the code, is like learning where to find your faults, and like going through your code step by step and finding the faults. But yeah, thanks for watching. This was my last video. I may be jumping into some backend, maybe probably learning some server side like Firebase or SQL. I'm currently learning that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.